Hello and welcome to Cricket 26. I am so excited for this. I hope you are too. This is my first time loading up the game and today we start our Ashes adventure. This is for the Xbox One Cricket 26. It's the first time I've loaded up the game since installing it and I have to say that the menu looks so slick. There are 4 really interesting modes that I'm looking forward to getting into as I provide content for you on Cricket 26. So make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. We're going to be starting with the Ashes mode. The game is luring us towards it. Cricket Australia against England. I'm recording this on Thursday evening in the UK, so the Ashes gets underway tomorrow. But we've got the Pro Team mode to assemble our elite, a player career, a management career. That's really interesting. I'm looking forward. That actually might be a second series I do along with the Ashes. But straight away, we have got to get into it. Let's start the Ashes, and hopefully let's not do what England did last time they went down under, and that was for Rory Burns to get bowled for a golden duck by Mitchell Starc. So we can play as Australia, which we're certainly not going to do. We can play as a star player, which is interesting, but we can't just do that. That'd be boring. Or we can play as England. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play as England and take them through the Ashes. So, first thing we have to do is select our 16-player squad. Okay, so it looks like we've got a pretty big pool of players. To keep these realistic, we're going to select the 12 players that have been selected for this first test. So let's go ahead and do that first. So that gives us 12 players, a wicket-keeper, 4 bowlers, 5 batters and 2 all-rounders. We've got a 16-man squad, so we've got 4 more players to pick from. So in terms of the players that the game thinks are the best, we've got Joe Root and Harry Brook, which are the top 2. I believe at one point, I don't know if they still are, they were the best 2 batsmen in the world. We've got Jos Buttler, who's more of a one-dayer player. Phil Salt, Johnny Bairstow. Bairstow and Butler both well-experienced players. Will Jacks, Reece Topley, Liam Livingstone. We've only got a couple of all-rounders in the team. Matt Potts as well. He's done decently. In terms of spin, what have we got in terms of spin? Because I think we've only got one spinner, haven't we, in terms of... is it Bashir, the spinner that we've got in? So I think we probably need a backup spinner at the very least. So it's a question of whether we probably go for Rashid or Jack Leach. I'm going to go for Jack Leach, just for what he did, that famous one that he played with Ben Stokes at an Ashes series in this country not so long ago. We've got 3 players to pick from. We need a backup wicket-keeper. Now, Ollie Pope can keep wicket if I'm not mistaken. But who else have we got in the team? I mean, Johnny Bairstow, does he deserve a chance at this Ashes series? I think he does. Then we've got a couple of more players to play in. I mean, the game thinks that Jos Buttler is one of the best. Let's have a look realistically at opening batsman, possibly. Top order batsman. We probably need somebody there. But as you move down the list, batting isn't really a strength, it seems. We've got a lot of bowlers we can pick from, but not a lot of top order batsmen. So I think we probably need one batsman to pick from that's solid. We've got Phil Salt, haven't we, as a top order batsman actually. But again, more of a limited overs man. I think we're going to put Matt Potts in there from a bowling perspective as well. And now we need to pick another batsman, most certainly. Again, Jos Buttler is tempting me. But realistically, is he going to play in this Ashes series? I'm not sure. Again, more of an ODI player. Same as Liam Livingstone, really. But I think in terms of the best players we can take, I think it is going to be Jos Buttler. So Phil Salt misses out. Is there anybody else that's obvious that we're not taking? We've got Will Jacks, who's a spinner that I'm not personally familiar with. I'll be honest, I haven't watched a terrific amount of cricket over the last couple of years, so some of these new players I'm not as familiar with. Josh Tongue, I've seen a bit of him. He's been decent as a bowler. But again, you can't take everybody, so I think we could sit here all day and think, oh, well, who could we take? Feel a bit harsh, possibly leaving Rashid out, but we're going to stick with that squad, I think, so we're going to confirm that. That's done. Undertake team training drills to help boost confidence ahead of the first test match, which of course is at Perth. I've just been through the training for a couple of minutes. I won't show any of it because it was an absolute horror show. And to be fair, the game didn't really show us what benefit that would have. But apparently it has increased our team confidence by 3%. So it's done also a slight bonus. So now we have a team selection to make. So we're going to stick with the same squad as we've got in real life. I think that is what we've got here. No, we haven't. Jack Leach is in there rather than Mark Wood. So it looks like it could be a 5-man pace attack. Jos Buttler's in there as well, rather than Jamie Smith, who's in there, of course, as wicket-keeper. In terms of the lineups, it's going to be Duckett and Crawley. I'm going to put Root at number 4, Ollie Pope at 3, Brook 5, Stokes 6, Smith 7, and then Cars, I think we're going to go Wood at 9. I've never been that keen on Jofra as a batsman, and then it's between Bashir and Atkinson. And I'm going to stay with Bashir to give us a little bit of spin. So that's going to be our 12-man squad. I assume we're not going to get the chance to put Gus Atkinson in. I think Gus Atkinson's just going to be 12th man, I would guess. Press conference. This is completely new. Here he is. That's Joe Root, not Ben Stokes. Have we set Joe Root as the captain? We could have done. Oh dear. The last Ashes ended in a draw, ultimately resulting in Australia retaining the series. What will England bring to this series that will ensure the win? Well, we're going to play baseball. We're feeling very sharp. At home the matches were tight. Here'll be a good challenge. Yeah, let's say we're feeling sharp. I'm just going to answer some of these questions. I might speed up the video, I might do something, and I might come back if there's anything of interest, but this could be a bit laborious. Joe Root will think, what have I done? I'm not the captain anymore. I'm sure I didn't set Joe Root as the captain. Right. Objective earned. Complete the match. Well, I don't think we have. Right. So press conference bonus was at 4%. Whether that can be bettered by us answering the questions better, I'm not entirely sure. There we go. So we've got the 5 tests we can see. We're going to jump into that first test match. So we're going to play the match. 2005 retro. Yeah, go on. Can we wear 2005 retro? No, we can't. Boo. 25 degrees in Perth. It's a lovely day. I'm hoping we get to bat first, because I do prefer to bat first on these games. But equally, I suppose if we bowled first, then it does mean that we can't get bowled out in the first ball of the series.
Good morning, everyone. Always a special occasion. First morning of the Ashes. We're here in Perth for Game 1. I'm David Gow, and along for the journey is Alison Mitchell, who has a bit more information for us on the pitch. Morning, Alison.
Morning, David. The surface is a grassy one and there's some moisture in it. The dry patches can provide some spin, and those areas might expand by about day 3. We can expect the seamers to have a go first, and then the spinners.
Captain giving his final instructions to his team. What do you make of the opening batters, Alison?
Ben Duckett in the middle, one of the players that's prospered from the McCullum Bazball mentality. Came back into the England team after 6 years, and he's averaged 45 since, mostly in English conditions. A bit like Brooke, who'll be playing in Australian conditions for the first time.
I just had to be quiet there and admire the commentary. This is so much better than the last Ashes game I played with Slats and Mel Jones. Nothing against them, but David Gower and Alison Mitchell, absolutely fantastic. We won the toss. We've gone into bat. Here we are then. Ben Duckett and Zach Crawley for the start of the Ashes here in Perth. Let's hope we can get off to a good start. It is Mitchell Stark who's bowling that first ball, so there is a big chance that we could have that duck in the first ball of the series. Here we go then. Ben Duckett and Zach Crawley to open the batting for us here. Here we go. First ball of the Ashes series. We'll just defend that. We're not out first ball. That's good. I found it very difficult during the training to hit anything, so let's see how we get on here. Just want to survive first off. Don't want to play anything too risky. I just want to defend out this first over.
Wow, that missed a lot. Dug that out well.
But it doesn't seem like we're actually defending that much at the moment. It's more like we're just ducking towards the ball. I'm not sure whether we maybe have to select almost a front foot or a back foot shot. Don't want to get anywhere near that one. Not been a great start here. Nothing off the first over. Boy, this is a learning curve. Fortunately, Mitchell Stark's put nothing straight at the stumps, or else we would have been out. This isn't very Bazball-like, is it? Here comes Pat Cummins from the other end. Can we get something with Zach Crawley on the board early on here? No, we can't. Shot choice too square.
Went for it, but almost caught the edge.
Okay, so we were early with the timing there, so we're getting there. Nearly got the edge there with Zach Crawley. So I think we have to select a type of shot, a grounded advance or an unorthodox shot, I would guess. Be nice to get the ball on the bat, wouldn't it? Or bat on ball even. Ooh. Just not getting anywhere near those Australian bowlers to start with. This is a great start to the Ashes, isn't it? Maybe confidence is a thing, I don't know, but we're not getting our bat on the ball at all here.
No. Terrible shot.
David Cower doesn't approve of that. Oh dear. And the first runs of the Ashes series come from a wide ball. There we go, we got one.
It's off the middle, but it may not make it to the boundary.
No, get back. We've got our first legitimate run. Oh my god, this is difficult. There we go, we're off now, we're flying. Another single and 3 off that over. Okay, we've got it a little bit now. It's a couple of overs in. So, Mitchell Stark from the other end. Let's just focus now. We've kind of got the hang of things. Just focus on making a little bit of a good start. Just chipping away and hoping to get a decent partnership going with these guys. Again, another single just knocks away. We can get 2 from that. The outfield seems pretty quick today because I only played a precision shot there. And that flew, really. Mitchell Stark then. No, we got that one wrong. Misjudged it a bit. Was only when he actually bowled the ball that I realised it was coming quite a way off that off stump. Yeah, a bit too straight there. He's looking for a nibble, is Mitchell. And I'm not going to vouch for that one. A lot of space on the leg side, so I can't see him do much down there. Maybe that was a bit hasty trying to attack that one. But I have to say, graphically this looks nice. Gameplay, not too sure as yet. There's time to get used to this. There we go, down the leg side. I said there was a lot of room down there. It's our first attacking shot. Has that made it to the boundary? We should get back for 3. Oh no! Oh no! We've been too greedy there. I thought we were going to get back for 3, and that's exactly what we didn't want. The Australians picking up an early wicket, although that's a nice thumbnail shot. Oh, look at this. So, the ball went out. I thought it went close to the boundary, but what a throw that was. Straight to Carey, and unfortunately, that is our first wicket gone. That is a bit of a nightmare start for us. Zach Crawley gone. You have to feel for him, really. Didn't really get much of a chance. And there is Ollie Pope. He'd rather not have come out this early, I think, Ollie Pope. Bit of a slower ball here. And the last ball of the over. It is a miss. That's a disappointment. That we lost a wicket early on. Just got too greedy there. It's so easy to do. Not sure if we can turn ball tracking on, because I am struggling to see the ball when it's getting close to the boundary, for instance. Like when it gets there, you can't see the ball at all. I'll see if I can turn that on. Quite a tight infield to start here. Very aggressive. I mean, look at this. 3 slips, trying to get those early wickets in. Not really that much of an opportunity here for a sniff. Just got to keep chipping away with those early runs. Try and get something on the board. Getting the outfield on the offside, unless you whack it. You're not going to get much joy down there, I don't think. He got us there. Ooh. Fortunately, it was too high, but wasn't too far off the edge. Last ball of the over then. Could be a maiden for Cummins unless we can get something here. There we go. We've had a nibble. No, get back. Get back. So a maiden over there for Pat Cummins. At least we can hit the ball, though, now. Good shot. That's okay, I don't mind that. Get for a single, get Ollie Pope off the mark. There's Pat Cummins in the field. And look how aggressive they're being here. 3 slips and a gully. So just don't edge anything. That was quick. That was fast, that was. We'll take a single there, a cheeky single. We could have got 2, but based on what happened earlier, and again, the aim for this first part of the game is just to pick up some runs, get a bit of confidence. The last thing we want to do is lose 2 quick wickets. Oh, he's gone! Clean bowled. And this is a disastrous start. Mitchell Stark with the 2nd wicket. And I think that's Ollie Pope gone, is it? Here we go. Got the shot choice all wrong. Clean bowled. And this could go south very quickly because within a few overs, it's Joe Root who's coming in. The man that has got England out of so many tight spots. And this is going to be a tight spot. 9 for 2 after less than 5 overs. This has to be the partnership. 9 runs, you take that, that's okay. But to have lost 2 wickets this early on, it's not great at all. Just got to work on these shot choices. Not exactly great so far, and it's okay when we're well away from the stumps, but like that ball with Ollie Pope, if you don't make contact with the bat, you're heading out.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whizzed past the batter. And
just feels really authentic, the commentary. There you go, we'll have a sniff at that one, and that's ran away. There you go, we have got ball tracking on now. We did turn that on, and we are going to get free here. Yeah, that's much better. But 2 brilliant throws.
right over the stumps.
Fantastic throws from the boundary straight to the wicket-keeper. That feels like that shouldn't happen. Oh! We're not getting this right at all. That's the swing on that. Looked like it was coming to the offside. This feels really authentic, this. Just having to nip away and just try and get something.
They may have overstepped.
But that was a no ball, so we get another chance. Quite a leaky over, really, but again, just need to chip away, get a few runs to get us started here, and that won't do us bad. That's ran away. I didn't think it would. We'll take 2, I think, quite convincingly here. Let's see if this goes straight to the wicket-keeper, shall we? Yeah, that's not right. No bounce. But is that our man, the main man? I think it is. The main man, Joe Root, is off the mark in this Ashes series. I'll have a nick away to the leg side at that one. Get a couple. Might even get 3 here. But I don't think it's worth the risk. Based on what happened earlier, we learnt the hard way. But I guess that's positive that we learnt pretty quickly that we can't take liberties with this Australian side. But 3 and over, that's a decent run rate. I think we can keep to that early on. The most important thing is that we don't lose another wicket. That's massive. No more runs then from that Mitchell-Stark over. Ben Duckett's faced the majority of the deliveries so far. 29 faced of, what's probably been about 44, hasn't it, with the extras. So the majority of deliveries faced from Ben Duckett. At least he's getting his eye in. Need Joe Root to get his eye in. And that is probably the best defensive shot by far that we've played so far. It makes us look like we actually know what we're doing. Have a look at this one that we've just been bowled. Pete Nall ends up by that one. A couple of these could have easily found the edge. Nice boundary would do Joe Root the world of good in terms of his confidence. I'm not sure whether that red bar is anything to do with confidence. Oh. Beaten there. Joe Root is struggling a little bit here. Ben Duckett has got to double figures, so he's got his eye in to some extent, but he needs somebody to stay with him. His 2 batting partners have gone so far. We'll get a couple from that though. That'll help. Has that gone all the way? It has. That's our first boundary of the series. Just shows if you don't, it doesn't take that much. That was only a precision shot. We weren't attacking. Normally when I've played previous games, if we play a precision shot, it only really goes to the infield. You get a couple at most. Maybe the outfield's quite quick here at Perth, but nevertheless, that's our first boundary of the series. Still a lot of room down that leg side. But he's going to tempt us with it, isn't he? Mitchell-Stark flirting, going, there you go. Have a go down that leg side if you fancy it. Have a nick and you're out. Oh! That was quick. That was quick. Didn't even have a chance to play the shot. It's difficult because if you played the ball there, between mid-off and cover, you're so susceptible to nicking it. And the last thing we want is a 3rd wicket to fall early on here. So that's why we're trying to aim things down the leg side. If it comes close to the stumps, I think we've got half a chance. But here we go. Scott Boland comes in for the first time in this match. They're changing things up. Good shot.
Cover drive, but straight to extra cover.
That's going to be another boundary then for Mr. Root.
All timing on that shot.
Not great confidence for Scott Boland coming in and being hit for a 4 straight away. You can just see the quality of Joe Root. I know we were all ideals there, but when Joe Root hits a shot, it stops hit. Pat Cummins isn't too impressed with that. I wouldn't have conceded that 4, he says.
Too worried about that last ball. They got them playing their shots. Just need to stick to the plans now.
That's true. Very true. They've put another fielder out there to avoid any of that nonsense. This is Test cricket. There's been a lot of focus on Bazball, but ultimately the main aim, surely for us here, I mean, probably even till lunch, is to try and keep these two in, build a decent partnership, and not have this innings as a car crash to start with. Another good shot there from Joe Root, and that's gone straight to the boundary. It's not a good start from Scott Boland, is it? Here we go, another action shot from Joe Root. Lovely down the ground for 4. And I think we'd have took 3 and over of these first 10 overs. So we'll play a couple more before we bring a close to this first part of the Ashes series. Not entirely sure how we're going to play this in terms of the setup for how many overs we play during an episode. I think it'll just be probably feel of how we're getting on. Feels a little bit premature to end just yet. Play a couple more overs. This is a Yorker. Oh no! We've been... Oh! I got tricked into that one. I thought, right, Yorker, good scoring opportunity. So I attacked it and got it all wrong. And that's the third one gone. It's all about patience in this game of Test cricket. And Ben took it's gone. It's 31 for 3. Oh, I hope this isn't like what it's like in real life. And look at this partnership. What was at one point, don't know if it still is, the 2 best batsmen in the world. But if these 2 can't stop there, this is going to get ugly pretty quickly. First ball for Harry Brook, he defends that. I think we just need to get into a routine of saying, look, we're going to score 3 and over, 4 and over, whatever we target, and then just defend for the rest of the time. We got greedy there. Saw the Yorker, thought, great, good scoring opportunity. But I'm having a hell of a lot of fun with this so far. Despite losing the 3 wickets, we'll gloss over that. Good shot. We're liking that one, aren't we? We're liking that shot, and it seems to be working for us as well, because it's just bouncing along the outfield, and that is another 4 for Harry Brook. Again, if we can get 3 or 4 and over, just defend this last one. 37 for 3 seems a score that England quite often are on. I know we're on 35, but 37 for 3 sounds like a particular England score that we are all familiar with. The classic England collapse that could happen. And after this, we've got Stokes and Smith, but because of that long bowling lineup, we've got a couple of decent all-rounders. But these are the main batsmen. If these guys can't get the runs, then we'll have to turn to Ben Stokes. And those lower down the order. This has the potential to be a maiden over, but I'm quite happy with that. I'd rather have a maiden over than score 3 and lose yet another wicket. Just try to test our defence. This is almost a bit of a training session, isn't it? Not ideal for the first test match of the Ashes. But this first session very much is a game of survival now for Harry Brook and Joe Root. It felt like it when we were 2 down. Now we're 3 down. We just cannot afford to lose another one. And it so easily could happen. I mean, look at Mitchell Starc there. 95 mile an hour. Absolutely rapid. As much as we want to defend, we don't want to give the Australian bowlers too much confidence, because that will just drop our confidence into scoring runs altogether. So it is a fine balance. That is surely a wide. We'll get a run from that one, thank you very much. I think our main scoring opportunity probably is with Scott Boland. I know it was a maiden over last time there, but Mitchell Starc is in rapid form so far. 2 wickets, only 14 conceded off the 7 overs he's bowled, so only 2 and over. Is it still going to be Scott Boland, or are they going to come back to Pat Cummins? It is Scott Boland. Remember, we had a maiden last time out. A lot more fielders down this offside, so makes things less appealing now. Made a good shot there, but just goes straight to the fielder. And ironically, we probably hit it too well to get ourselves a single. There's a bit of a gap here, but again, that invites the edge if we get it wrong.
That was hit hard and the field
Didn't
was
quite
ready
get
for
in
it.
the gap.
Bowler and
They know exactly what they're doing, don't they? How are you going to get out from there? Got to be a pretty good shot, or just hope something comes trickling down the leg side, which these bowlers are too good for that. Another shot again. Played it well, but straight to a fielder. You're not going to get a run off that. Maybe straight down the ground's the answer. Try and beat the bowler.
Went for the drive, but missed.
Risky business.
Oh,
Good
that's
defence.
nice. Good defence.
Full ball.
Played,
We
but he
weren't
finds the fielder that time.
tricked into playing anything silly there. The run rate coming down, but I'm absolutely fine with this. We've got to stop the rot. Another good shot there, but just no opportunity for us to get anything out of this. So this is a nice challenge to have.
He's coming into the attack.
Here comes Cameron Green for his first over, his first spell of this Ashes series. What challenge is he going to bring?
Nice
Different
looking shot,
type of
found the
bowling.
fielder.
Slightly slower. Can we get a couple of more runs for Harry Brook? Yeah, we've got more of a chance down this leg side. He seems to be bowling more preferably for us to get down there. So, for us to nick it down that leg side, we do have more chance to nick a quick single, although that was very much a quick single. Ooh. Again, beaten all ends up with that one. Last ball of the 15th over. This will be the last ball of this first episode. The 37 for free mark, it seems fitting to end there, doesn't it? Can we get another one?
Played, runs
No,
one.
we can't. It goes straight to the fielder. I've mentioned 37 for free, and that seems like quite an apt position for England to be in, doesn't it? So there you go, after 15 overs. It's the drinks break. Atkinson, the 12th man, brings the drinks out. For God's sakes, men, just stop there. Stop there for a few overs. But that is going to be the end of the first part of our Ashes series. I hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I have. We'll be back for more very, very soon. Probably continue straight on from where we have been in this first match. And hopefully, these two batsmen can get a little bit of a partnership going. I'll see you for the next one.